Welcome to the fifth episode of our show and the second edition of the Wrestling Rundown. I'm Wolf Miss Tom, Cultist Trav, and Hawking Kev.
I'm so confused right now.
The brain.
Welcome to the Wrestling Rundown. As Wolf Miss Tom just said, we'll be talking about the week leading up to Battleground. It is currently Saturday night. Tomorrow is Battleground, and we'll be having predictions. Go check out the video there. So yeah, it was an interesting week leading up to Battleground. Some exciting things, some not so exciting things, but we're going to start off with our Raw review. We started off with a short, real fun promo between, it was almost like I guess Dean Ambrose said it the best way. It was Prettiest Girl at the Prom promo.
Yeah.
We had Reigns versus Cena.
I can do anything better than you.
Yeah, it was very, very much like that. It's like Cena was talking a big game, and like I think the line that kind of sums it up was, Cena says, okay, after we deal with the Authority tonight and we get to Battleground, you'll get to prove how good you really think you are.
Yeah.
And then Roman would fire back, yeah, once we're done with the Shield, you get to prove how good you think you really are.
I think Cena was trying really hard because this is the one area he could beat Roman Reigns in.
I think he failed.
Yeah.
But honestly, I think
that's why I was trying. Like, the only area he could potentially beat Roman Reigns in is on the mic.
Yeah. But they both ultimately failed because then Ambrose would come.
They can't beat Ambrose.
Ambrose would chime in and he'd talk about how, it's not about them fighting each other right now. It was about fighting the Authority, and it was Operation Screw the Authority because we need to get together and we're going to kick their asses. And
the crowd pops.
The crowd would pop, but unfortunately, Ambrose would look over his shoulder and he would have Orton, Kane, and Rollins all surrounding him, and they would proceed to beat the shit out of Dean Ambrose.
Yeah, one of my favorite beatdown segments.
It was good because Ambrose can take that kind of beating.
Yeah.
And if you want to know about the kind of beatings Ambrose can take, check out Ambrose's article on WWE.com. They go through his deathmatch career leading up. I mean, it's just 3 years ago. Before he came to WWE, he was doing deathmatch tournaments. So
yeah.
Check that out on WWE.com. So we know Ambrose can take a beating.
Yeah. No, the thing that makes it my favorite is the line. Is that all you got?
Yeah, Dean Ambrose, after getting beat down for at least a minute and a half, slammed into sliding doors, pieces of guardrail, the stone wall.
Yeah.
He just lays there and goes, is that all you guys got?
Yeah, I think this suffered from an issue that some other beatdowns suffer from, though, in, well, why isn't anyone helping? And most of the time it's because it's not their business. Why the fuck did Roman Reigns and Cena not run backstage?
I literally have a note that says, the fuck, Cena Reigns? They just stood out in the ring.
Right.
Oh, we're not going to help our partner who's in our 6-man tag match later. We're going to go into a handicap.
Why would they? He's not a main event guy like they are.
Yeah, but he's better than they are.
Yeah, he's in the match, that's why.
Well, if they help him, it won't seem like they're trying to bury him yet.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry, Dean.
But it does seem like Triple H is trying to bury him.
Yeah.
Literally.
Hence why they didn't help.
Yeah. So it would end with Rollins delivering the curb stomp from one box to another onto Ambrose, and that would.
Which I thought looked awesome.
It did look awesome.
Box stomp.
Really weird setup, but that would ultimately take him out of the main event. So we'd be going into the main event as a handicap match. It would be Cena and Reigns versus Rollins, Kane, and Orton.
Also, boo.
Moving on to the next segment, Miz would enter himself into the Battleground Battle Royal, where we find out that Bad News Barrett will be at Battleground to give the title to the brand new champion.
I hope that Barrett's injury wasn't as severe as they're making out to be, and so when the winner wins, he delivers the bad news of "I'm still champion."
Oh, that would be I don't want to get my hopes up for that because I would love to know that Bad News Barrett's going to be able to get right back into the storyline.
Yeah.
But I have a horrible feeling that it's not going to happen.
No, it won't happen.
It's so sad.
I'm sorry.
In any sense of the word, though, I really hope he has bad news.
Yeah.
Yes.
Deliver.
Oh, It's bad news bear. He's going to have some bad news. Miz would defeat Sheamus in a match following his entry into the Battleground Battle Royal. It wasn't a great match. It was good. I mean, there was nothing really special about it. It was kind of
I thought the match was pretty solid.
You know, it's they've been doing a lot of these matches. It's just trying to set up tension between a lot of contenders in the Battleground Battle
Dear
Royal.
WWE, start putting Sheamus against people I care about, because I don't care about Sheamus. I don't care about The Miz.
Yeah.
I don't care about Alberto Del Rio.
But-
This is true.
I mean, given the fact that I don't care about these people, that's why I thought it was a solid match.
Yeah, it was good.
All things considered, it was a good match
Well,
for what I expected.
Yeah, I can't say anything bad about it. Except that
The
it was
match was really good.
Except that it was Miz and Sheamus.
Not Sheamus.
So the next segment we'd have, Orton, Kane, and Rollins all really have a lot of issues, especially going into Battleground.
Yeah, the Authority is...
There's a lot of heated rivalries within the group, and it's starting to get to Orton and Kane.
And it's not being helped by the COO, Triple H.
Yeah,
exactly.
Or the Money in the Bank contract holder. It's just like, yeah, I might cash it in if you guys win. I might not. Who knows?
Yeah. So Triple H is trying to settle things. Settle things down between Orton and Kane, because Kane's supposed to be the insurance policy and blah blah blah. But I don't know. It was funny to see Triple H kind of be that the puppet master.
Yeah.
You get to watch it happen almost, because he talks straight to these guys' face.
Oh yeah.
And then he just turns around and is like, yeah, but just in case they don't win, Rollins, cash in your contract. We then have a really short but great match between Ziggler and Fandango.
Yes.
I
Ziggler.
didn't expect anything less. Good talent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only issue I had with it was super short.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that maybe one of them will win the Intercontinental title and they can run a storyline between the two of
Yeah.
them.
I wish.
But yeah, that's a perfect world when we're talking about WWE.
Yeah. Dolph Ziggler to win something that matters.
No.
Damn concussions.
Only if Swagger kicks him in the head afterward.
We're getting Swagger. Fuck Jack Swagger. Ziggler would beat Fandango when Fandango's music would start, and we'd have Layla and Summer Rae dancing on the announcer's table.
Yeah.
And can I say that the announcers had the greatest seat in the house at that
Oh,
point?
yeah.
You can.
Yeah.
This was Jerry Lawler. This Summer Rae's ass was right there. He's just. At one point they said I don't even want to look back at the ring. Goes, why would you?
Yeah.
They just wanted to keep staring.
I was worried the King might have another heart attack.
That's
And they were it's too close to home. But the two girls would in the end leave Fandango for Dolph Ziggler. I don't know if they're going to continue a relationship between those. Obviously, there's a new tag team diva-wise with Summer Rae and Layla.
Yeah, for now.
For now, but I don't know if they're going to stay involved with Ziggler.
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting to see.
Maybe they'll get involved with PJ.
Maybe.
Have a tag team divas feud going on.
Yeah. Well, we'll get into a match that they had actually on SmackDown. We'll get into that later. So, what was obviously more set up for Battleground, the Usos would be coming out for what we thought was a tag team match, but they just proceed to get their ass handed to them by Luke Harper and Eric Rowan.
I thought the attack on the Usos was pretty awesome.
It was that's something they haven't done. They don't do that very often. They usually have someone get attacked either during the match or
After.
at the end of the match.
End.
Yeah, at the end of the match. But having them actually attack them during the entrance, I thought was new, especially for this particular storyline.
Yeah.
And I thought it was a good swerve that WWE didn't give us another disqualification.
Yeah.
Yet. We're getting there.
SmackDown!
Oh no, that's Raw.
Well, still.
I have a really angry note.
Oh, please.
Yeah. Remember? You saw it.
Yeah, you saw it, right?
Well, I'm saying 2 in 1 week.
Yeah.
Too many.
Yep.
Limit your disqualifications down to 2
Please.
a month.
Yeah.
And take him out of the Authority storyline.
And
seriously.
make them matter when they happen.
Thank you.
Make it a big deal.
Yeah, because it's
Really?
doing really bad.
Raw disqualification followed by a SmackDown disqualification? What's next? NXT disqualifications.
Well, next is Battleground.
Yeah, next is Battleground. If there's a disqualification tomorrow at Battleground, I'll lose my shit.
All the matches are going to be disqualification Battleground.
Fuck you. No.
That'd be funny.
That pissed me off.
And that's how we get Plan C.
Which would really piss me off.
We'll talk about that. Up next, I think we had the greatest segment that Raw has ever had. Because
Saying something.
Yeah, there's been a lot of really great segments on Raw.
It's a live section.
this particular Raw had up to this point.
Okay.
Okay, actually, I think this was the best thing for Swagger.
Yes.
Fuck Jack Swagger. But they had the U.S.-Russia detente where it was to ease the tension between the nations. And it was almost like a Zeb Coulter and Lana get to like air their grievances.
And come on, this is wrestling. Did anyone really think this was going to ease any tensions?
No, there's no such thing as easing tensions in wrestling. It doesn't work that way.
I'll tell you what doesn't ease the tension in my pants.
Zeb Coulter?
Lana and Rusev would probably have the most heat. I mean, this was like Vicky Guerrero type heat, where every time Lana tried to talk, the crowd just got louder.
Yeah.
And this crowd, by the way, the whole night was just on fire.
Yeah.
I think the best thing for Lana was Vicky Guerrero stepping down.
Lana has definitely taken that heel diva spot.
Yeah.
And she's running with it because the crowd wouldn't shut up. She was yelling at them. You know, Rusev was getting really angry, and it just looked like they were so in the moment that it felt so real. And so then after you get the crowd just ripping these two apart, Zeb Coulter gets to talk, and he starts ripping Lana apart.
Yeah.
And it was such a great segment. And I know they didn't give Swagger any matches this week to make him look strong going against Rusev. But I feel like this moment specifically made him look strong.
Yeah.
Because ultimately we had physical confrontation between Zeb Coulter and Lana when Lana slapped Zeb Coulter.
Yeah.
And
Tag match, guys.
that'd be a horrid tag match. Are you kidding?
It'd be hilarious.
It'd be hilarious, but it would be horrid. Fight breaks out. You know, Rusev and Swagger beating the crap out of each other. Rusev looks super strong.
I will say, I kinda didn't want them to have any physical contact until Battleground.
I didn't want them to have. I'm just glad it didn't go for a long time. It was a very simple thing because Rusev was on top until he threw that super kick, and Swagger caught him and got him in the Patriot Lock. And I think that was perfect because it shows that yes, Rusev is strong, but Swagger is going to give him a fight.
Yeah.
And so I can understand where. You know,
I just wanted a real air of mystery around this match where they have never locked up before. They've never clashed before in any aspect except verbally through their managers. So what will happen when they finally get physical?
Yeah, WWE hasn't had a build like that in way too long.
And unfortunately, I think with two characters like this, that build wouldn't have worked because I don't think people aren't buying Battleground for Rusev versus Swagger.
True.
And so there needed to be a taste of what these two could do against each other in order for people to go, I'm going to watch Battleground.
Yeah.
So, you know, and they gave it to us real simply. Swagger, and it gave Swagger that moment of, I have a legitimate chance against Rusev.
Yeah.
So he would, you know, he'd strap on the Patriot Lock. Rusev would struggle to get out. It was, you know, the crowd's going nuts. You know, USA chants, We the People chants. It was great. I really enjoyed this segment, and it made me excited for the match.
It made me proud to be an American.
We the people.
Can't believe we just did that.
Up next, we'd have two more competitors from the Battleground Battle Royal go against each other. Del Rio defeated RVD. Good, solid match. You know, unfortunately they redid an ending from a match they had, I think, going into Payback or just after Payback.
Something.
Or no, it was just before Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
Because they had that tag team match where it was two guys going for the contract, two guys going for the title.
Yeah.
They had the same finish, so I had seen it. Still good. Not as good as last time, but still decent. We continued on the Stephanie McMahon hates Nikki Bella, where she would go in a handicap match against Cameron Alicia Fox. Granted, she did have a really good showing this one.
Yeah.
Because, especially with, they're stacking the deck against her, and it's just, well, she actually, looked like she was fighting back and she had a chance of winning this match.
Well, Nikki's gotten a lot better this past year.
Yeah. She's not being overshadowed by her better sister.
Yeah. Here's my theory of when the Bellas started to get better, and Cena was getting better after his return from that one injury. It's because Brie and Daniel Bryan were together. So Daniel Bryan's like, okay, if I'm going to be interacting with you all, related to you all, you're going to learn how to wrestle.
Yeah.
And so Daniel Bryan taught them all.
Yeah, I definitely attribute the Bella Twins' wrestling skills improving to starting dating wrestlers.
Yeah. Cena and Daniel Bryan have done wonders for the Bella's career. Because before their latest return, they were just pretty faces. They were the greatest wrestlers. But
I was never excited to see them wrestle.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was excited to see them shake their ass.
I was excited to see them.
Ass shaking is always exciting. Not always.
4-man porn.
Yeah, because we don't have the Funkadactyls anymore, so.
Damn it.
Yeah. But Nikki would ultimately lose a handicap match. Go figure.
So what happened to the Funkadactyls?
One half of the Funkadactyls and the Crazy Five.
The Bitchadactyl.
The Bitchadactyl.
Yep.
Cameron.
Cameron and her.
Horace.
The Funko Horace and the Bitchadactyl.
It was Cameron and one of her favorite wrestlers. So.
Yeah. The Five-Head.
Imagine how excited she was when she got to team with one of the people in her favorite match.
God.
Yeah.
She was probably losing her mind.
She couldn't even figure out which lip gloss she wanted to wear.
Yeah. Get rid of that stupid gimmick. For the love of God.
Just get rid of the Cameron.
Hunt that
And her singles music sucks too.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Let's just get rid of that stupid Cameron.
Yeah, let's just release Cameron now.
Future endeavors?
But
we should have a little whiteboard with the future endeavors.
We should.
Ooh.
Let's do it.
We might see that in a future episode of the Wrestling Rundown.
I hope we do.
Really awesome commercial. We got the reveal that Sting is going to be in 2K15.
Yeah.
This commercial was awesome.
Not one, but two.
Yes, we get Surfer Sting with the short blonde hair and the Ultimate Warrior crazy makeup going on.
Yes.
And then we also get the Crow Sting.
Yeah.
That we've all come to know and love. And I love this commercial. I've watched it like 5 times this week because it's just so ominous and you know what's happening. But that moment where you have this whole orchestra turn around with the Sting face paint.
I got
Sting,
chills.
It was. I didn't watch Sting. I started watching just before WCW went under. So I didn't know anything about Sting. But I've been able to kind of get up to date with him with, watching stuff with you, or watching stuff on the network, watching him in TNA. And so I've been able to get an appreciation for Sting. And to see this commercial be related to WWE was just...
What got me
so cool
was they come on and I wasn't sure, you see the orchestra first, and I wasn't sure what they were going to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they played the Sting theme song from WCW.
Yeah.
And that's what got me. The Sting return song from the Starrcade 97,
Yeah.
his match with Hogan. That one.
So good. I'm excited to hopefully maybe see
Got
Sting.
goosebumps right now.
Yeah. It was a really cool moment. Check out, you can find it on anywhere on YouTube. Just find it.
It's on every YouTube channel ever.
Yes. Because everybody loves Sting in the WWE. Another Dust to Dust promo. It just keeps getting weirder, but I think the selling point for this one was because they keep doing their taunts back and forth. The fact that Goldust was doing like that, and fucking Stardust he blows the Stardust into Goldust's mouth. He goes, "Ah!" goes off camera. He goes, "Stop doing that!"
Yeah.
And it's just the comedy between them is really funny.
I really hope that wasn't planned to go in his mouth. It just did, and
it just happened.
Just improv that.
Goldust just ran with it. I wouldn't put it past Goldust because he's been doing this for so long. I'm sure he can do stuff like that no problem. Going to our next match, we had Big E defeat Cesaro. This was a really good physical match between these two. These two beat the crap out of each other. This was probably the one match that I thought really fit the tension going into the Battleground Battle Royal.
Well, I mean, you got Cesaro, who is as physical as they come, is as strong as they come. And you got Big E, who, while not the best right now, definitely has the tools to have a solid future.
Yeah, and he's really able to hold his own in the ring because he does have that incredible strength as well.
Yeah.
I've been excited to see it since their one outside the ring altercation.
Yeah.
Where they fought over the guardrail, and then Big E gave him the belly-to-belly suplex on the outside.
Yeah, which we talked about in last week's episode, and we were hoping that it would lead to a match like this, and we got it. This is another feud that I'd like to see branch off of the Battleground Battle Royal.
Yeah.
On top of a Ziggler versus Fandango, I'd love to see Big E and Cesaro take it somewhere.
Man, could you imagine if we got WWE to give us feuds that were personal and actually relevant on the mid-card?
Like, what about a feud for the Intercontinental Championship and a feud for the United States Championship? Like, both happening.
Whoa.
What is this craziness you
must be a wizard.
Gandalf? Gandalf the Ginger. But yeah, Big E would defeat Cesaro after Cesaro started throwing chairs in the ring and was gonna beat the crap out of beat the crap out of Big E with him. Kofi stole one, who was at ringside with Big E.
Because all black guys are friends.
Because all black guys are friends.
Yeah, all black guys are friends.
But who wasn't at ringside? Paul Heyman. There was no Paul Heyman in Cesaro's corner.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Hey, the hell?
What?
You guys got pizza without me?
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You had your chance.
Yeah.
This is some bullshit. All right, moving on. We had an awesome Jericho promo.
We had a Jericho promo.
No. Here's the thing. Jericho promos are usually good. This one, I think the energy that this crowd had everyone on their A game, and this was the best Jericho promo I've heard.
Yeah.
Probably since he was healed.
Yeah.
Because his last run, he didn't have the greatest promos, but this one was so good. He was talking about how he's done everything in WWE. He's seen everything in WWE. He was going through all these different things that he's seen, but then he comes back and says how Bray Wyatt, you're different. There's something's different about you, but that's not gonna stop him from winning at Battleground. And there was all kinds of energy coming off of Jericho.
Yeah.
It was really good. Bray would come out and shoot back with a great promo, also talking in riddles. Just really getting to Jericho. And then he would have, we'd do the screen warp thing, and the Wyatts, Harper and Rowan would be, at a ringside, and they would try to attack Jericho, and Jericho would get out.
Yeah.
And Bray Wyatt, who had been on the screen, was gone. Jericho would back up the ramp. The Wyatts would be, just like slowly walking towards him. He'd get caught from behind by Bray Wyatt, get hit with Sister Abigail on the stage. Really great segment. You kind of knew that Bray Wyatt was coming, but it was still...
Yeah, it's one of those moments where you knew that Bray Wyatt was coming, but it didn't ruin it, it just made it better.
Yeah, it's like you knew it was... It was one of those moments where you're like trying to tell Chris to turn around because you know what's going to happen.
Yeah,
it wasn't a mood breaker, it was an anticipatory...
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, it was like the kill scene in a slasher flick.
Yeah, it's like Jason is on the other side of that tree, bitch. Get your back away.
Right.
You knew it was going to happen. It was great. Up next, we had AJ defeat Eve Marie again. I feel like they're trying to make Eve Marie better by putting her against Decent Divas, but it's really just bringing the Decent Divas down.
Yeah.
But the best...
I felt that same way about Trish Stratus when she first started wrestling.
That's a fair point.
Yeah, but at least they didn't start Trish Stratus like, hey, this is a wrestler.
Yeah.
They started her as a manager, and so it was like, okay, it makes sense that she sucks.
Yeah, it's
because
a fair
she's
point,
a manager.
But I don't see the same fire in Eva Marie
No,
than
not at
Trish.
all.
Yeah.
Trish is a completely different
Like,
kind of woman.
no matter what Eva Marie wants us to believe about her red hair, like, she does not have that fire.
No. Yeah, nothing
She
fire.
doesn't have sexy red hair though.
She does.
Fake red hair.
Sexy fake red hair.
But anyway, the best part of this segment was Paige out of commentary again,
Yeah.
talking and telling the commentators that AJ is her frenemy. But at the end, AJ would, after she beat Eva Marie with the Black Widow, she would go out to commentary, and you're almost waiting for that, like, pay-per-view's coming, challenger, champion, face-off. Instead, AJ sits Indian style right up on top of the commentator's table, takes JBL's headset, and has a nice little conversation with Paige.
Yeah.
And
I really like that they played it off like they were two good friends who hadn't seen each other for a long time.
yeah, they had a real simple conversation. It's like, oh, how have you been?
It's been since SmackDown.
It's I've been alright. And then AJ goes, okay, bye, and throws the headset back at JBL and just takes off.
Yep.
I loved it.
Yeah.
Super hot pale wrestler and skinny batshit crazy wrestler girl.
Yeah.
It couldn't get much better.
It's gonna get but it gets better. Just wait.
Which is not much.
Yeah.
Up next we had Bo Dallas versus the Great Khali.
That there was this that had the spot of the match was
Bo was trying really hard to let the Great Khali.
the best spot was when Bo just goes crazy with chops and it's Bad Giant.
Yeah. He points at Great Bad Giant, and Great Khali's just and just like swats him down with one giant hand.
Yeah.
Bo Dallas would win by count out. Obviously, how else is he going to beat Great Khali?
Hey, Ziggler did it with a
And it-
sleeper hold.
And a great count-out victory though.
Ziggler's better.
Ziggler.
Are you gonna tell me Bo Dallas is better than Ziggler?
Ziggler's better than most people. So yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Versus,
fighting words.
versus Great Khali.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, both a great count-out victory though. Not the typical I tricked you. Running Bodog outside the ring
Yeah.
onto the mat.
Yeah. It was, wasn't he even like trying to like he kept putting his foot out to like try and stop Khali from getting in at one point. Like he was almost like waiting for him to. Or maybe I'm thinking of something different.
I think no, Khali was pretty much out after that because then
He sold it pretty well.
Yeah.
He was down for
because then Bo went out of the ring when Khali was getting up to his knees, and he was trying to give him a pep talk, and Khali just chopped the shit out
just
of him.
smacked the shit out of Bo Dallas again.
Yeah.
Bo Dallas is starting to get to that point that I wanted him at.
Yeah.
He's starting to have these segments that mean something, and it's really getting him over as a character.
Yeah.
But still undefeated.
So are you becoming a Bo leaver?
Yes, I 100% want Bo to leave. Up next, we'd figure out that Heyman didn't get fired. He was back there talking to Triple H, talking about how if Plan A or Plan B doesn't work out, that he has the proposition for Plan C.
Cesaro?
Please?
CM Punk?
I was gonna say you can't even spell Brock Lesnar with a C. There's a C in his fucking name. God damn it.
Brock Lesnar?
What?
Thomas is losing his shit. He said cock Lesnar.
Yeah.
And then he turned.
You need a second?
He turned 12. Thomas, he has to go pee now.
He's gotta get a walk away. So Ric Flair would. What the fuck, guys? Really?
We're
Again?
hungry.
So am I. Why am I not getting any?
Why aren't you getting any?
I don't know.
Sounds like a personal issue.
So Ric Flair would come out. I'm really hungry.
Cheers.
Wait. Woo!
So I hear Ric Flair's coming
Yeah.
out now.
Ric Flair came out, had a great interview with Renee Young. And
Let's
she,
be honest. Any interview with Renee Young is a great interview
Yeah.
with Renee Young.
Flair hit on her.
he
so
was
much.
hitting on her the whole time.
Did you guys expect anything less?
No, really didn't.
Thank you, Flair.
She would finish off by asking,
Cool, she finished off.
not like that.
Oh, my bad.
She would finish the interview by asking Ric Flair who he thinks is going to win the Fatal 4-Way at Battleground. And he picked Cena. So I would have thought he would pick Reigns,
Yeah.
especially since last time we saw, Reigns and Ric Flair in the same ring. He was giving his
Endorsing
blessing.
the Shield.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
endorsing the Shield.
Here's my theory, though. He doesn't want Cena to lose the belt. Because if Cena loses it, he'll win it back. Cena will be a 16-time champion, too. But yeah, so I think that's why Flair wants Cena to win.
Fair enough.
I really hope, before Cena can win the title a 16th time, somebody gives him a career-ending injury.
Is it bad that I hope that too?
Either that, or I just hope he decides to never become champion again.
Yeah.
Like, on his own accord.
Cena, you don't need it. WWE, you don't need Cena to be your champion. Even when he's not champion, he's selling merchandise.
Yeah.
Okay?
You proved that by the gear of Punk.
Yeah. By, let him run more feuds like he did with Bray Wyatt.
Yeah.
Because
Jeez.
guess what? He was selling merchandise. Anyway. So, yeah, Ric Flair would pick Cena to win this Sunday at Battleground. Roman Reigns' music would hit, and I thought Roman Reigns was going to be, pissed. I was like,
Fuck
oh,
you,
God.
Flair.
He's gonna come back and go, what the fuck, Rick?
Just, running.
He's crying.
Yeah, just crying Superman punch.
My team turned on me.
And now Ric Flair. Roman Reigns' world is crumbling around him, except the crowd loves him.
Yeah, that's what's going to cost him the match on Sunday.
That
He
lusty
just
look
break
he
down.
gives.
Yeah. And that'll be his new gimmick, sad Roman Reigns.
Reigns would actually come down to the ring and shake Ric Flair's hand. Ric Flair would start to walk away. He'd be almost up the ramp, and then Cena's music would start. And Cena would actually give him the World Heavyweight
That's
title.
what I thought I forgot.
Which I guess is almost like a respect thing.
Yeah.
Cena. It'll be interesting to see if they give the title back to Cena.
Yeah, I
mean,
hope this is their way of retiring the other belt.
Yeah. Well, okay,
Maybe
Kevin,
it's
you and I
one.
were talking about this, and do you want to elaborate on the whole contract deal that they have?
From what I understand, is that when WWE has belts made, there are people who do their replica belts and their action figures have set contracts with the championship belts. And when those contracts expire are the only times the WWE has to change the titles. So from what I understand, World Heavyweight title contract just ended. WWE's contract is scheduled to end fairly soon
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
with their toy makers. They have to renew them every year or something like
Yeah.
that. And so, with that happening, they can write off the World Heavyweight title, then soon the WWE title, and bring in a whole brand new belt.
Okay.
But I wouldn't be opposed to just keeping that WWE Championship either.
Yeah, I mean the WWE Championship looks great. Just add a World Heavyweight
Yeah.
plate on it somehow, or maybe on the sides put World Heavyweight or something. Don't change it up
So
to
just make it really heavy.
Yeah, make it like 40 pounds of gold,
Make it painfully heavy so no one wants to carry it.
like Cena. So obviously we got Cena and Reigns. We go into the 2-on-3 handicap match that would end in disqualification. You motherfuckers! Stop it!
Because everyone has to look strong.
I was not even what my mouth was full.
Thank you.
Stop
it!
Everyone has to look strong going into the pay-per-view. No
Stop
one can
it.
look weak.
But they didn't need it to happen in the match because at the end it would just be all four of them trying to one-up each other.
Yeah.
Again.
Honestly,
We get it. Kane's strong. Orton's strong. Cena's strong. Reigns is strong. We get it. That's
Honestly-
why they're in the title match. But stop this DQ bullshit.
yeah. I
am
missed the
sick
That
of
was
it.
Dairy Queen.
Nothing. Well,
I missed the disqualification at
diabetes.
first. I missed the disqualification at first. So when everyone started doing all their moves, I thought that was just going to be the end of the match.
Yeah.
And then I was like, wait, why isn't anyone?
Well, pretty much, that pretty much was it, though. It
Yeah.
was like, they got the disqualification because neither Orton or Kane would get out of the ring, and they just kept beating up. I think it was Cena. They were just like double teaming him, and the ref's like, "All right, come on." And I'm like, "No, don't do this." And one of you get out of the ring, and he rang the fucking bell.
Yeah.
I was like, "Really?"
See, I missed that happening.
I think it
Pissed
would have
me
been great
off.
if Orton won the match by pinning Kane.
Doesn't work. You can't pin your partner.
Or can you?
He.
Oh, you ruined it.
I had
No.
things.
No, go fuck yourself.
I had an idea, but it wouldn't have worked out.
No.
But no, I thought that everyone tried to one up each other. I thought that was the end. I thought that's how it was ending. And then no one went for the pin or anything. I was like, wait, what the hell? What's going on? What? Oh, there's a disqualification.
Yeah, the match already ended. So Raw once again ends in a disqualification.
Yeah.
But wait, there's more on SmackDown. But first, we're going to send it over to Kevin Hawk with the Indie Star Spotlight.